In our previous session, we talked about the features of the concept of profession, the features of the concept of employment. We have talked about three business activities, if you remember. Those three business activities being the business, economic activities, in fact, business, profession, and employment. In all the three economic activities, one thing is common, that everyone is interested to have something in the form of return. बिजनेस में गुड्स और सर्विसेज सप्लाई करके कमाया जाने वाला पैसा is return. In the case of profession, the expertise which is being shared, against that the remuneration which is received is return, the financial income. In the employment, the services which are provided to the employer as per the terms and conditions and the returns received on that on a monthly fixed basis is nothing but the financial returns. As all these activities are carried out for the financial returns, therefore we consider these all as the economic activities. Like if your parents are having the shop or business, you go there and provide the services to the parents. And out of gratitude, if the parents give you a 500 ka note, या 100 रुपए का नोट या 20 रुपए की आइसक्रीम, whatsoever it is, that is not an economic activity. Why? Because you didn't go to your parents' shop, business, for the purpose of getting that return. You're not a permanent employee. You're not a continuous employee. Or whatever goods you have sold from that particular place, against that the returns that you have received are not yours. Those are of business. So that activity which you conducted is a non-economic activity. Well, anyways, let me come ahead now to the concept of business and its objectives. Those are more important for us. Just a moment. Yes. So from the perspective of business, we have to talk about the objectives of the business. हमको एक बात तो पता चल गई कि बिजनेस ये प्रॉफिट कमाने के लिए होता है. But that's not the only objective of the business, mind well. Why? Because when it comes to business, it is trying to provide the services, goods to the society. तो बिजनेस का दूसरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव भी है. Now, what is this economic objective? What is this social objective? Let's talk about that. The very first in that is the economic objective. Within the economic objective, one thing is for clear, absolute sure, that business is existing for the purpose of making the profits. You want to earn money. You want to make money, and for that purpose you are carrying out the business activity. My wife has got the business, as I've told you earlier. In that business, when she's selling the goods, she's not selling it cost to cost. How will she be able to sell it like that? She'll be considering what? She'll be considering that she has to pay the salaries. She'll be considering that she has to pay the electricity charges, maintenance charges, rents and EMIs if at all there are. She has to pay the kind of transport charges. She has to pay the telephone charges. And doing these all activities, she's taking the risk of carrying out that activity. So she should also get some return for that as well. These all things what we have talked about should be covered by the additional amount called as profit. तो अगर कोई चीज 100 रुपए में लाई गई है और वो अगर 125 रुपए में बेची जा रही है, तो ये 25 रुपए पूरा का पूरा ये बिजनेस का प्रॉफिट नहीं होता है. Out of that 25 rupees, the business is going to incur the different expenses. वही मैं कह रहा हूं. See, Sanskriti, I considered only the net amount. That is, I'm considering only the profit ka amount. I'm not considering the whole amount. Right? Raw material charges I've already removed. And after considering that, whatever amount that you're earning, that should be covering all these different indirect expenses. And for that purpose, whenever the business is doing the activities, whenever the business activity is carried out, it is basically for the purpose of making profits. क्योंकि एक सिंपल सा लॉजिक है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स कि अगर मैंने कहीं किसी जगह पे जॉब किया होता, इफ आई वुड हैव कैरिड आउट माय एक्टिविटी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एन एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इन दैट केस आई मस्ट हैव हैड द सैलरीज अगेंस्ट दैट और नॉट. I'm sacrificing those salaries. I'm sacrificing that remuneration. And after sacrificing that, I should at least be getting that much. Because I am taking the risk, I should be getting the return for that risk. And that return towards the risk, towards the alternate job, is what we call as the profit. अब ये प्रॉफिट बनेगा कैसे? What is the difference between consumer and customer? Okay. CUSTOR. Samruddhi, consumer is normally the person who is the end user of the product. That is why it is called as consumer, the person who consumes it. Whereas a customer is basically a person who does a lot of कष्ट in his life and then मर. कष्ट मर, पहले कष्ट कर फिर मर. Well, sarcasm apart, customer is basically a person who may purchase the goods from you either for the purpose of resale or for the purpose of use in his business activity. That is what is the basic difference between consumer and customer. But practically speaking, we use these two terms absolutely interchangeably. हम लोग इन दोनों चीजों को अलग अलग नहीं समझते हैं. All right. I hope I have given you the answer, Samruddhi. That's right for you. You have understood that. The next point, the next objective. अगर मुझे प्रॉफिट कमाना है, if I want to earn better profits, और मुझे ये प्रॉफिट बढ़ाते रहना है, तो I will be required to search for the customer at every point. जो मेरा एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर है उसको मेरे पास वापस आने के लिए एक पर्टिकुलर साइकिल की जरूरत होती है, वो चलाने वाली साइकिल नहीं, द टाइम साइकिल. Why a cycle is required? अब suppose I am into the consumable, suppose मैं बेकरी प्रोडक्ट में डील कर रहा हूं, तो बंदा आज अगर मुझसे एक ब्रेड का पैकेट लेके गया है, तो वो बंदा अगला ब्रेड का पैकेट लेने के लिए कम से कम एक दिन तो लगाएगा, assuming that he has consumed all the bread that he had purchased yesterday. कम से कम एक दिन लगेगा. Whereas if I am relying only on a particular set of customer, if I am depending only on a particular group of customers, तो वो उस साइकिल में फिट होने के बाद मेरा प्रॉफिट स्टैग्नेट हो जाएगा, मेरा बिजनेस स्टैग्नेट हो जाएगा. स्टैग्नेट मींस स्टेबल हो जाएगा. इट विल नॉट राइज फर्दर. बट इफ आई वांट टू इंक्रीज माय बिजनेस, if I want to increase my sales, if I want to increase my profit, for that purpose I will be requiring new fresh customers every day, so that in my business cycle, in their purchasing cycle, the newer and newer customers will keep getting added and my business will keep growing. And that's why another economic objective of business is to search the new customers. The business organizations have to work hard to create new customers and also maintain the existing customer. ये आपका वो फ्रेंडशिप वाला सिचुएशन नहीं है, द इन्वर्टेड कॉमा वाला फ्रेंडशिप, कि आज कोई और है, कल एक्स है, फिर परसों कोई वाई है. तो you have to search for the new customers and you have to maintain the existing customers also. क्योंकि मुझे नए कस्टमर्स मिल गए हैं इसलिए मुझे एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स की वैल्यू नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Even the existing customers are very much important. Another very important thing, how will I grow my business? Please understand, economic objective मतलब क्या, कि मुझे मेरा प्रॉफिट कमाते रहना है और बढ़ाते रहना है. और अगर मुझे प्रॉफिट बढ़ाते रहना है तो उसके लिए मुझे नए नए प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में लाते रहने पड़ेंगे, नई नई एक्टिविटीज मार्केट में करते रहनी पड़ेगी. Like take for a very simple example, when you talk about the innovations, अगर कोलगेट पामोलिव, one of the very old FMCG company existing having business in India. FMCG is what? Fast moving consumer goods. प्रोमिनेंटली हमारे देश में 3 FMCG की बहुत पुरानी स्ट्रॉन्ग एस्टैब्लिशमेंट, स्ट्रॉन्ग मार्केट वाली कंपनीज हैं, जिसमें से पहला है हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर लिमिटेड, second one is Procter and Gamble, PNG, and third one is Colgate Palmolive. आप कितने भी प्रोडक्ट्स खरीद के आओ, आपके घर में चेक कर लो आप, you will have, Parle-G is not an FMCG company, it is into the food FMCG or food industry only. Parle Agro Limited is basically into the confectionery business and into the cold drink business. Why I am talking about these as FMCG, fast moving consumer goods? मतलब क्या? आपका साबुन, तेल, शैम्पू, आपको लगने वाली रोजमर्रा की चीजें, that is why it is called as FMCG. क्योंकि अगर हमारे घर में साबुन खत्म हो जाता है तो we do purchase the another साबुन. We don't say कि जाने दो अभी क्या है, 2-4 दिन साबुन नहीं लगाया तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. That's a basic need that we have. और किसी ने अगर सोप नहीं लगाया होगा 2-4 दिन से तो हमको पता चल जाता है, isn't it? We have got the respective people have got the personal experiences. The point is what? That even after having the existence for the decades, I would say for centuries, even after that, Lux has not remained the same Lux which used to be there. Dettol has not remained the same Dettol which used to be there. Lifebuoy has got upgraded like anything. Why these all products have changed over the period of time? उनका प्रोडक्ट चेंज होता है, उनका पैकिंग चेंज होता है, उनका पैकेजिंग चेंज होता है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चेंज होता है. व्हाई डू दे डू इट? एक समय होता था कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क यूज्ड टू कम इन अ सिंगल साइज. आज अगर आप कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क लेने जाओ तो यू हैव 5 रुपए वाला ऑप्शन, यू हैव गॉट 10 रुपए वाला ऑप्शन, यू हैव गॉट 30 रुपए वाला ऑप्शन, यू हैव गॉट 100 रुपए वाला ऑप्शन, यू हैव गॉट 500 रुपए वाला ऑप्शन. Why do they give it? This is what we call as innovation. Why do they do this innovation? Is to bring in more and more customers and to sell more and more products. And on top of that, they do have the competition and they have to survive in that competition as well. So ultimately everything will be linked to profits only. But profit कैसे sustain कर पाएंगे, profit कैसे maintain कर पाएंगे, उसकी कहानी हम लोग सीख रहे हैं. Am I right? Then, so it is a development or positive change which results into the improvement in product or process of production. It has to spend money on R&D, market survey, use of technology, and by that way they will be making better profits. I won't use the term as more profits. More is a very restrictive word. More is a very negative word. But when you say better, that means what? अगर मैंने कल से आज 1 घंटा, जाने दो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, मैंने 10 मिनट भी एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ाई कर ली, that is better. Isn't it? You need to keep doing better. मैं सिंपल सा लॉजिक कहता हूं, मैंने मेरे बेटे को कल ही एक्चुअली समझाया ये, that you have been doing the studies, he's in 10th standard now, you have been doing the studies, तू आज सपोज 2 घंटे पढ़ाई करता है, तो I don't want you to study tomorrow for 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours. You only add 2 minutes to your studies. If today you have done the studies for say 2 hours, tomorrow you continue doing the studies for 2 hours and 2 minutes, nothing more than that. On the next day you do it for 2 hours and 4 minutes. On the next day you do it for 2 hours and 6 minutes. And by that way, in a month, he will be doing 60 minutes ka extra study or not. And if he's doing 60 minutes ka extra study, that means he has added 1 extra hour in that. And when he has added 1 extra hour, automatically his study time has improved. So gradual growth, progress has to be there. All right. And on top of that, तुम्हारे पास बिजनेस में रिसोर्सेज बहुत सारे अवेलेबल हैं, उन रिसोर्सेस को सही तरह से यूज करने की भी ताकत होना जरूरी है, क्योंकि मेरे पास 500 एम्प्लॉय काम करते हैं, अगर ऐसी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, और उसमें से 250 खाली बैठे, दिस इज वेस्टेज ऑफ मनी। मेरे पास 4 नोटबुक्स हैं और मैं चारों नोटबुक्स में थोड़ा थोड़ा ओसीएम का लिखता हूं, थोड़ा थोड़ा मैथ्स का लिखता हूं, दिस इज वेस्टेज ऑफ रिसोर्सेस। You have to utilize the resources in the best possible way by which जितना आप उन रिसोर्सेस के लिए खर्च कर रहे हो, you are getting the returns against that also. All right. And that is what we call as the best possible usage of resources. Sanskruti was mentioning that there has to be the qualitative study. I would simply say there has to be a qualitative performance in the organization as well. Why qualitative performance? Because you're not focusing only on the number of units, you're talking about the number of quality products. And that is what is required, and that is what will happen if you are doing the best possible usage of your available resources. Am I right? Then let's talk about the social objectives. Social objectives are what? Where you are dealing with the population, where you are dealing with the public. And when you are dealing with the public, you have to provide the good returns to the public. जो बंदा तुमसे कोई चीज खरीद रहा है, उस बंदे को एटलीस्ट इतना फील गुड आना चाहिए कि उसने जितना पैसा खर्च किया है उसके अगेंस्ट उसको करेक्ट काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मिला है. That is what you call as your social objective. The very first in that is you should be supplying the quality product. Now, what do I mean by quality? Quality with reference to the price. जितनी आप प्राइस चार्ज कर रहे हो उसके हिसाब से आप उसको क्वालिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो. लेट टेक फॉर अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. अ कार comes at a cost of 3 lakh rupees, Tata Nano, as well as at rupees 75 lakh rupees, Mercedes Benz E-Class. अब जो कार 3 लाख रुपए में आ रही है और जो कार 75 लाख 75 लाख रुपीस में आ रही है, दोनों पहुंचा तो तुमको एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ही रही है नहीं? पर टाटा नैनो की स्पीड, टाटा नैनो में बैठने के बाद कंफर्ट, टाटा नैनो में बैठने के बाद सामान रखने के लिए जगह, टाटा नैनो घुमाने के लिए स्पेस, और टाटा नैनो चलाने वाले बंदे की इज्जत. वेयर इज्जत इन अ सेंस कि हाउ पीपल लुक एट. वेयर एज इफ यू टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ अ मर्सिडीज, उसकी स्पीड can go to 220 kilometers per hour within a second. Its pickup is huge. It can fly on the roads. It will have that star by itself makes a difference. जब भी तुम कहीं चले जाओ और वो मर्सिडीज में से बंदा उतर रहा है, so that makes a lot of difference, impact on the mind of the person who is looking at him. Space, comfort, these all things are different. So why I gave you this example? Quality is not a kind of objective thing. Quality is not a kind of fixed thing. Quality depends from the product to product. Every business has to provide the quality products to its customers. Quality means combination of purity, safety, durability, utility, etc. with reference to the prices charged. Avoiding unfair trade practice, ये बहुत important है, होता नहीं है वो बात अलग है. Like I'll give you a very simple example. टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री में हमारे देश में टोटल प्लेयर्स कितने रहे? मोबाइल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन में हमारे देश में टोटल प्लेयर्स कितने? जियो, एयरटेल, बीएसएनएल एंड नाउ वी, वो आइडिया बड़ा है कि नहीं? ओनली 4 players that we have in our country. हमारे देश की पूरी टेलीफोन इंडस्ट्री ये 4 लोग कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं. आप चाहे जियो के पास रहो, चाहे एयरटेल के पास रहो, चाहे वोडाफोन वी के पास चले जाओ, या फिर यू गो विथ बीएसएनएल, आपका खर्च सेम होने वाला है. क्योंकि इन चारों कंपनियों ने आपस में मिलके ही डिसाइड कर लिया है कि मिनिमम इतना प्राइस होना चाहिए. कोई भी कितना भी कैसे भी प्लान दे दे, अल्टीमेट प्राइसेस आर गोइंग टू रिमेन सेम. अल्टीमेट तुम्हारा खर्च सेम रहेगा. That is actually an unfair trade practice, but that should otherwise be avoided. That is what is observed. क्या होता है? In the world of competition, everyone comes into that situation कि आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा कस्टमर अट्रैक्ट करने, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा कस्टमर आप कैसे अट्रैक्ट करोगे? By providing them the facilities. अब क्या होगा? अगर ये 4 कंपनीज, दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज द ओलिगोपोली सिचुएशन. जब तुम इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ोगे तो तुम्हें मोनोपोली, परफेक्ट कंपटीशन, इम्परफेक्ट कंपटीशन और ओलिगोपोली. ओलिगोपोली में क्या होता है? लिमिटेड प्लेयर्स प्रोवाइडिंग द सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ सर्विसेज. दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. दिस इज वर्चुअल मोनोपोली. उसी तरह से एफएमसीजी सेक्टर में भी यही कहानी है. देयर इज अ वर्चुअल मोनोपोली. Baba Ramdev is trying like anything but is not able to enter into that particular sector. 2 या 3% शेयर है बाबा रामदेव का. Rest all share is with these large companies. 80% of the market is commanded by Hindustan Unilever, Procter and Gamble and Colgate-Palmolive. And what these companies are doing, they are not reducing the prices. आप चेक कर लो, शैम्पू के प्राइसेस इन्होंने अगर कम किए होंगे तो आप चेक कर लो इन्होंने अगर सोप्स के रेट्स कम किए होंगे तो चांस ही नहीं. They will keep providing the same products at the same prices. All, चाहे वो एरियल हो चाहे सर्फ एक्सेल हो, दोनों कंपनी सेम प्राइस पे प्रोवाइड करती है. ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर प्राइसेस. 2-4-5 रुपए का फर्क होता है इधर उधर. क्यों? That's a kind of cartel, you know. That is how the trade practice works. Then employment generation. हमको और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट देना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलेगी तो बिजनेस साइकिल चलती रहेगी. कैसे? एम्प्लॉय के हाथ में पैसा आएगा, एम्प्लॉय को पैसा मिलेगा, एम्प्लॉय आगे जाके खर्च करेगा, उससे प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस चालू होगी, वापस बिजनेस कंटिन्यू होगा. सो दैट प्रोसेस, दैट साइकिल कीप्स ऑन वर्किंग. बिजनेस इज अ सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन. बिजनेस शुड create the jobs for the skilled and unskilled people. It should provide employment opportunities to the economically backward and Divyang persons. Now, Divyang person, whether they are providing the facilities to them or not, we don't know. But there are the companies who are providing the services to them as well. All right. There are different kind of organizations where even the mentally retarded people are taken as the employees. They have to, or they are doing it out of their own interest. In fact, I know about one company in I think it is located at Bhosri. this organization is having all their employees who are mentally retarded. They're having only 4 or 5 employees who are normal. Rest all are being mentally retarded. So, and they have taken them. They've been getting the work done from them. They're giving the occupation to them, and that's a fantastic thing. Then the welfare of employees is to be worried about. You're not only supposed to appoint the employees, but you're supposed to take care of them. Like कल की ही बात है, क्योंकि आजकल क्या होता है, लेक्चर होने के बाद में समय होता है तो मैं दुकान पे जाता हूँ. तो कल की बात है, हमारी चर्चा चल रही थी दैट वी हैव बीन प्रोवाइडिंग आवर एम्प्लॉइज विद दोस शील्ड्स, कि आप कस्टमर के सामने जब जाते हो तो शील्ड पहन के खड़ा करो. आप जब पानी पीते हो तो अलग अलग बॉटल में पिया करो. उसके लिए हमने बॉटल्स लाके दी उनको. 2 बार 3 बार जितने बार चाहे चाय बना के पियो, वहीं पे हमने फैसिलिटी करके दी. व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दिस? बिकॉज इट्स आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, इट्स आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव. क्योंकि हम लोग अगर, हाँ, इसके अलावा उनको पगार भी मिलती है. वी आर गिविंग देम द इंसेंटिव्स आल्सो. Even during these times, we have promised them that they'll be getting some kind of incentives. Why are we doing this? Because whichever employees are working with me, I am responsible for taking their care also. I have to provide them the good environment. I have to provide them the congenial environment. Congenial means saaf suthra, hygienic, something where you can work with. That's my responsibility as a businessman. And that's what we are supposed to worry about. When you are talking about the business, तुम्हारा social object, तुम्हारा objective of profit कमाना मतलब तुम पियो जितना employee को पी सकते हो वैसा पियो. This is not possible in these days. That's not correct as well. You have to keep providing the facilities to your employees. All right. I believe that you already have the text, so I'll just go ahead without the text on the screen, because it is again and again creating some kind of problem in here. Okay. I'll just try it once more. It's not working. Let it be. So you people have the text, right? तुम्हारे मोबाइल में तुम्हारे पास टेक्स्ट है ना? हाँ. So I'll continue. Then there is the next point is to help solve the social problems. Social problems in a sense, आजकल जो सिचुएशन चल रही है, जो कोरोना की महामारी चल रही है, इस समय पे क्यों बिजनेसमैन ने अपने बिजनेसेस बंद करके रखे हुए थे ड्यूरिंग द लॉकडाउन पीरियड? बिकॉज इट वाज देयर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी दैट दे हैव टू सपोर्ट द सोसाइटी. They have to take care of the social problems also. Then there are so many other activities which can keep happening. Like there are ये तो अभी महामारी वाली situation है. Otherwise also there are so many difficulties that the society keeps on facing, and those difficulties are resolved by, supported by the various businessmen. Like in these situations, there are so many organizations which have paid the donations to the government. कई सारी कंपनीज ने गवर्नमेंट को बहुत सारे पैसे दिए ताकि गवर्नमेंट अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट्स चला पाए, अलग अलग जगहों पे एक्टिविटीज कैरी कर पाए और जितना हो सके लोगों को बचा पाए. That is possible only when the businesses are supporting the society. That is not the direct support. अब हर बिजनेस अपने यहाँ हॉस्पिटल नहीं खोल सकता है, बट जो बिजनेसेस कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं कि आप खर्च करो, वी आर देयर फॉर यू. Like these all large level organizations have incurred those kind of expenses. Due to rapid industrialization, many social problems arise like traffic jams, growth of slums, air and water pollution. Businesses should be aware of this and should try to reduce them as well. Then contributing to the welfare of society, business house should take care of general welfare of the society. In fact, there are the organizations like PNG, which is conducting that Shiksha Abhiyan, ITC kind of company, which is taking the education for many. So these are the different organizations which have been taking care of the societal requirements as well. For that, they should give donations for good cause, offer scholarships for higher education. In fact, they have been conducting, हर बड़ी organization के पास एक अलग से उन्होंने segment open कर रखा है in the form of NGO, what they call as the foundations. Like Reliance has got the Reliance Foundation, Tatas have got the Tata Foundation, and there are so many companies which are doing something. Infosys has got Infosys Foundation, जिसमें वो अलग अलग तरह से अलग अलग कवरेजेस दे रहे हैं और लोगों में एजुकेशन या फिर जहां फूड के प्रॉब्लम है वहां पे फूड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं. एंड दिस इज व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सोशल वेलफेयर. दैट इज देयर सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. तो बिजनेस का काम सिर्फ और सिर्फ पैसा कमाना नहीं है, साथ ही साथ सोसाइटी और कस्टमर्स को सपोर्ट करना भी है. Am I clear with everyone? I'll just stop by here itself. In our next session, which will be either on Friday or Saturday, we'll be informing you accordingly. We'll carry it over to the further point. Am I right?
Yes.
We'll meet next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.